The weekend's stormy weather has started to relent in South London. A bright and breezy afternoon instead greets the two teams that are in need of the winds of change. Palace left it late a week ago in the northeast at Durham, where they snatched a point in stoppage time, so Joe Potter makes one change from that lineup. Welsh international Josie Green returns to the starting 11 at the expense of history maker Molly May Sharp. The 28-year-old became the first player to reach 100 appearances in the professional era for the Eagles last weekend. But she has to settle for a place on the bench at home today. Club captain Amy Everett is still not fully fit, so Alison Swaby takes the armband. Newcastle United also make one change as Becky Langley resists the temptation to make wholesale changes after 3 defeats in a week. Molly Pike makes way for Shania Hales as the lasses search for an answer in front of goal. Veerden and Van Havermaet once more. Towering over Cataldo. The Newcastle fullback does well to stay with it. It's a second corner kick to the home team though. Abby Larkin on corner kick taking duties, 2 goals to her name so far this season. Both of those coming against Southampton in that wild 4-4 draw. Deep to the back post, kept alive and well headed away. Blanchard, who tries a lot, would have had to have been pretty spectacular to trouble Femke Lifting in the Newcastle United goal. This is Abby Larkin, and they have a 2-on-2 in the middle, trying to find Hughes. Lifting in a good position to recover possession. Good again from Crystal Palace though. Newcastle can't get on the ball. When they do, they are hurried into errors. Good touch from Howard. Back to Green, now Larkin. Napier. Caught in the midfield. And now Hales. Full of energy, a point to prove. Yet to get off the mark for the season so far, the Newcastle number 9. Heavy does that number way in a Newcastle shirt. Now Cataldo. Not a bad ball. Shea Yanez was wanted to make absolute sure. Napier clears it. And Veerden takes over. Howard to Blanchard. Long range effort into the gloves of the goalkeeper. Blanchard often has an eye for goal. Scored the 96th minute equaliser a week ago. Has the final effort late in stoppage time at the end of the first half this week. Veerden gets the other side of Cataldo. Has Hughes in the middle, Howard there too. The ball goes goalwards. Behind for a goal kick. Veerden's eyes lit up. Went for goal herself when she had options in the middle. She had Hughes, she had Howard to aim at. She aimed at the goal instead and went a yard or 2 wide of it, but here Palace come again. Hughes across for Green. Stood up towards that back post, just out of reach of Larkin. Now Blanchard. Better from Crystal Palace. Blanchard with the ball. A free header for Howard. It's in. Crystal Palace have the breakthrough at home. And with almost 10 minutes played in the second half, the Eagles are soaring over the Magpies. Good build-up play. Pressure was increasing on that Newcastle goal. Cross after cross after cross. That one just out of reach of Larkin, but a wonderful ball this is from Blanchard. Howard couldn't miss, didn't miss. Keeper couldn't keep it out. Nor could Aoife Mannion this time. And Crystal Palace lead against Newcastle United by 1-0. More space for Green. Closed down by Stokes, but running at pace into the penalty area. It's Molly May Sharp, the history maker, with a goal to mark. A famous week for her. Off the bench, first touch, instant impact. And the Centurion strikes. It's Crystal Palace 2, Newcastle United 0. Nobbs lifts it over the top, looking for Murphy. Foul by Nolan. Jordan Nobbs, the only player to have scored in every single WSL top flight season to date. And she's going to try and score here in WSL 2 for the first time. Rather optimistic from all that way out. Drew a save out of the goalkeeper though. All a little frantic now in the final 5 minutes of the game. Nolan heads it clear. Pike. Nobbs. Now Gautrat. Headed away by Swaby. Straight back to Gautrat again. Perhaps she'll have a second goal, but Pike wants it. Loads of space on the edge of the area if she chooses to use her. Goes on her own instead. Chance for a goal back. And there it is. There won't be a clean sheet. Una Savenius with the finish, I think. Newcastle United have the goal they need to make something of this match. And there is Savenius with the swipe into the bottom corner. A real test of Crystal Palace's mettle now. Deanna Cooper will take this free kick by the looks of things. Might well be Gautrat. Ball in the direction of Cooper. Bounces awkwardly, turned goalwards, cleared off the line. More danger to come though for Crystal Palace. It's flicked away this time. Out as far as Pike. Fakes to hit it once, does hit it twice. Blocked by Swaby. And through to Yanez, who will burn more valuable seconds off the clock. Ever composed. All of that experience flowing through our veins. Joel. Corner kick. Only a second Newcastle United corner kick of the entire match. Outswinging ball. In at the near post. It's in! Newcastle United break Crystal Palace hearts. And it might well have gone all the way in. They won't care who scored the goal. All they'll care about is that they did score a goal. And can they find a winner now? Oh, they might well do. Murphy spins behind. It's going to fall to Gautrat. Pike's there. It's saved. Newcastle so close to snatching victory out of the jaws of defeat. It is full time. It's finished Crystal Palace 2, Newcastle United 2.
It's extremely frustrating. We're seriously disappointed because it's a similar tale to last week. You know, I feel like we was comfortable. We're in a position where we're controlling the game, never really looking any danger. And then there's moments of panic that should be dealt with, that should be, you know, not a problem. That, you know, they're going to force the ball along. They're going to create some chaos. We should be able to handle that. And deal with that pressure a little bit more because we was cruising at 2-0. You know, the last 10 minutes should never have turned into what it did. It's fair play to Newcastle, you know, they kept going, they kept fighting to the end. But they should have never had an opportunity to get back into the game like that. And again, it's, you know, some simple mistakes that give them a chance to come away with here with a point when we feel like we fully deserved all three.
I think the momentum just shifted. I think we need to do a better job of keeping in control of the game, and that's where us as a set of girls have to learn to do that. And I think keeping a clean sheet is essential at this point. But apart from that, you know, I think we did well to go out and get 2 goals, but it is disappointing to obviously concede 2 in the last 10 minutes.
I think the last 20 minutes we really need to harness that fight because that was excellent. We finished with so much momentum and character to pull it back to 2-2 and then to have that last chance at the end. I think we were all margins away from, you know, taking the 3 points away from home and running with it. So, yeah, disappointed not to get all 3 points, obviously, but I think a lot of great character shown from the players.
Look, it's never easy getting loads of players in. You know, new tactics, new strategies. It's about a building project, and we know we can get there. So as a team and as a squad, we just have to keep taking the positives, especially from today, coming back from 2-0. I think that shows what type of a team we are. And if we probably did that a little bit more in the first half, it could have been a different game.